Hello, everyone, and welcome to Alt Frequencies. New game. Welcome, Drifter to Stream. How have you been doing, dude? Also, thank you, Arthic? Arthice, for the follow. I don't want to read the content warning. There's going to be stuff in here. You've been warned.
Hello, listener. Thank you for acquiring this radio system. We are going to calibrate your device. Great. Now, if anytime during calibration you want to pause, you can. Let's try it out. Press the key you've selected for the open-close menu action to pause and open the menu.
Oh shit, Wada. What
is something wrong? You need to press the key you've selected for the open-close menu action to pause the game. So, with this radio system, you can navigate through different radio stations and interact with their hosts. Depending on what info you give them, you might even get a reaction. Want to know how it works exactly? Let's try this. I need you to find the answer to this question. Who is the #1 radio DJ? I bet you can find the answer on another station. Let's try that. You can change the station you're listening to by pressing the keys you've selected for the Change Station Left and Change Station Right actions.
And welcome. Glad you switched over. I think my colleague asked you to look for something here, right? Guess what? I have the answer to their question. The answer lies somewhere in the following clips. When you think you've found it, you can record it by pressing the key you've selected for the record action. Don't worry, I'll repeat the info a couple of times for you. So, here's some info about the stations on your radio system. We have News One with its main host, Fred Peterson. Here you'll find global news, reports, and interviews. Fresh FM is hosted in the morning by Michelle, the #1 radio DJ. Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered considered by many to be the best radio DJ in the country. Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered by many to be the best radio DJ in the country. You recorded something. Great. Now, you might have heard me repeat some sentences. Let's face it, that can be a bit annoying. Thankfully, you have the possibility to skip clips if you want to navigate faster through a station. To do so, just press the key you've selected for the fast forward action and you'll skip the clip being played. Let's try it out. I'll tell you 3 things. You skip each of them by pressing the key you've selected for the fast forward action. Michelle on Fresh FM has a sidekick named Bob, who hosts the show with her. There are many more radio frequencies, but not all of them are easy to find or listen to. I hope you like music, because many of our radio stations play awesome tunes. As much as I like repeating myself, I need you to skip those clips to keep on calibrating your radio.
But this is new information.
Let's try it out. I'll tell you 3 things. Michelle on Fresh FM has a sidekick. There are many more radio frequencies. I hope you like music. Nice one. Now, remember the clip you recorded before about the #1 DJ? If you forgot what you recorded, don't worry. Press the key you've selected for the listen action to listen to your recorded clip.
Okay, so that's...
Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered by many to be the best radio DJ in the country. All right, we're almost done. It's time to send your answer to the other station. Please switch back to my colleague by pressing the keys you've selected for the change station.
The key you select. Remember, the question was, who is the #1 radio DJ? You can send your clip to me by pressing the key you selected for the send action.
Michelle presents you the freshest hits and is considered by many to be the best radio DJ in the country.
Oh, yes, Michelle. I remember now. Just kidding. I already knew that. She's my favorite too. But thank you for sending me the clip. By the way, there was a specific beep when you sent me the clip. When you hear this sound, it means you won't be able to interact with your radio anymore. It will happen before every important announcement. Just pay extra attention to what is broadcasted then. Just to be sure you understand, I need you to try to interact with your device. Go ahead. Anything will do. See? Nothing happened. Those moments are here to make sure you don't miss out on important content. Before we leave you to the real radio shows out there, remember that you can pause the game and access the menu anytime by pressing the key you've selected for the open-close menu action. In this menu, you'll find useful options to customize your experience. There is also a gesture reminder if you forget how to use your radio. Finally, you can replay this tutorial in the menu anytime you want, so don't worry if you feel lost, we'll be there. Thank you again for purchasing this radio system. Don't forget to put it to good use and send clips to your favorite hosts.
Well, all right then. Sorry I couldn't get to your message sooner, Wada.
You're currently listening to Winston. I can't reveal more about... We have to keep our radio frequency hidden, or the police will... Some of you...
That game just keeps going. But like, I'm sorry to hear that you're having issues with your power company. Hopefully they're not too dire, because that would suck.
know the truth. Some of you have even found us. Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
It's 7 o'clock on News 1, and here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers.
Hello, Rocky. How are you doing? I have to pause this every time I speak to chat because it just keeps going. It just keeps going.
In a highly anticipated meeting, she will have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies if the time loop is implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated to disrupting society. The police is now investigating their means of communication and facing new questions. If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency? The University of Amentos has been rewarded the prestigious award for teaching excellence. Vice-Chancellor of the university, Irene Boulay, expressed her gratitude during a speech she made last night. And, with only a couple of days to go before the vote, cities throughout the country are preparing for long lines at the voting office. According to government officials, the amount of voting locations will be 16% higher compared to last year's general elections. Traffic info. Slow-moving traffic in the usual places, no other specifics or traffic jams at the moment. Weather today will be mostly sunny, with some low clouds coming in from the south later this afternoon.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Later this morning, do hidden radio frequencies exist? And if so, how do we unlock them? In the second part of our show, we'll discuss whether this is a myth or a real technological possibility. Also, stay tuned for our daily review of the newspaper headlines. Today with special guest Mark Hillard, who recently swam the channel to raise money for vaccine safety research. Plus, overcrowding on the tracks. How will railways survive the growing number of travellers? It's a full hour of news to get you up to speed with everything that's happening in the world. But first, over to our reporter on location, Tommy Begay. Every Monday, Tommy visits a location where the news of the future is being made. Where are you today, Tommy?
Thanks, Fred. I'm here at the Galena Layer Poultry Farm, where the owners have found a revolutionary new way to care for their chickens.
Revolutionary, right. And in which way?
Well, Fred, I'm sure you know that laying hens, however cute and fluffy they look, contribute a lot of harmful gas to the ozone layer.
Do chickens, do chickens? I thought that was cows. I thought that was cows. I didn't think that chickens did that.
The owners of Galena have found a way to diminish these gases through purely biological means. And there is more. Galena Farm claims to have a cure for bird flu. A newly developed special mix of herbs eradicates any chance of flu.
Farmers turned pharmacists. Is that something we want?
Well, Fred, if it's safe, why not?
But is it?
Let's ask the farmers.
While Tommy walks up to the farm, let me remind you that we have more discussions.
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Okay.
Glorious start of the week, and you've tuned in to the best radio station around.
Your number one radio DJ.
Michelle.
Don't worry if you've got that Monday morning back to school blues. We'll have you cheered up in no time with the latest showbiz news, hot new music,
And Hot Old Bob.
You've
Wait,
got
what?
the old part right.
What?
All right, it's the Fresh Breakfast Mix.
Fresh FM 91.5.
What is this?
Fresh Breakfast.
So, Bob, my trusty old sidekick, here's one Monday question just for you. How was your weekend?
Went to Club Dynamite on Saturday. Pretty cool.
Nice.
You?
I've just been chilling at home, mainly.
Boring.
When your life's as exciting.
These radio hosts are insufferable. I don't know why, but like any radio that's like, yeah, I'm cool and hip with the kids is like insufferable as fuck. I don't know why, but it just is. Goodbye.
As mine, you deserve a quiet weekend in. Anyway, a new week. Should we talk about what's coming up over the next couple of days?
You mean the time loop vote?
I actually meant the ultimate dance party this Friday. I'm
Get modded. Get wrecked, bro.
so hyped!
Oh, that.
Let's not bore people with voting stuff on here. I'm already fed up with the subject anyway. It's like you say, boring.
It's important to vote. Let your voice be heard and all that.
Sure, please. Everyone, go out and vote. It's your democratic duty. And the duty of our show is to have some fun in the morning. So that's what we'll do right after this.
Tired of thinking about your daily hygiene? Our new Sungate electrical toothbrushes now have a timer system. Simply set up the timer once, then get beeped 3 times a day when it's time to brush.
I'm sorry.
Sungate toothbrushes.
I'm sorry, but brushing 3 times a day is like, that's too much. That's too much. I'm sorry. That's too much. Jesus Christ.
Say yes to routine.
Fresh FM. Just for you listeners out there, Michelle was coughing like a madwoman during the commercials. I've got to be honest, Shell. You sounded like a hungover baby seal.
What interaction felt really forced?
Don't worry, babe. I'm not dying yet. Just a case of the flu. Nothing an early night won't fix.
Should we find you some medicine? We can't have you losing your voice. Who will present the show then?
Not you, obviously. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what they say. Once a sidekick, always a sidekick.
Nobody could replace you anyway. You're the highest paid radio DJ in the country.
Allegedly. Anyway, back to the show. We have a world premiere today for you. In 30 seconds, we'll play you Dog Zone's new single,
Yeah, like a lot of these like shows that are
Find
like
somebody who knows about
yeah, the it definitely feels forced. But I feel like that's what a lot of those radio shows do that have, like, hosts and co-hosts, you know? Like, it's just not great, you know? And the thing is, like, it's not like a podcast radio show either, because, like, podcast radio shows can be really good. But they're literally just, what's that thing that Wada says? They're just padding for time. That's literally all they're doing. They're just padding for time for commercials and everything. That's all they do. And it's just like, no one cares. No one cares. Normally when people turn on the radio, they're just looking for, like, just put the fucking music on, Jesus Christ, you know? They're not looking for your whatever it is you're trying to fucking do.
All secrets. Ask the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
It's NSB in the morning.
You know, I'm not someone who makes these types of jokes usually, but it's right there. It's right fucking there. Who names their kid Ennis? Who does that? I don't think that should be allowed.
Well, I guess it's that time again. I'm NSB, this is a morning show, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You know the deal.
The rant of the day.
So, let's discuss the working week. It's Monday morning, which means that most of you will have said something like, I can't believe it's Monday again. At least like twice already. On Wednesday, you'll repeat to every colleague and family member how happy you are that the week is now well and truly halfway done. On Friday, you buy a discounted can of beer on the commute home to celebrate that it's the weekend again. Woohoo. Can we just stop measuring our existence via stupid little time units? Why not mix it up a bit? Start your week on Thursday. You'll have a midweek break from work then. Or, I don't know, buy a beer on Monday to celebrate the start of the week. Be creative. Don't be a slave of the corporate calendar. But if that's what you want to be, well, don't call me to complain about it. That's my rant of the day. You're very welcome.
I like this guy.
And with that, the lines are open! All right, you know what to do. Oh, and what not to do. NSB here. Who's calling?
It's Anon here.
Well, if it isn't my favorite conspiracy theorist, go ahead.
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure, whatever you'd like. So, what crazy theories do you have for us today? Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything. He knows about every secret there is, apparently.
Yeah, so, we're voting on the implementation of the time loop at the end of this week, right?
Don't remind me.
Oh, no, I am reminding you. Everybody should be reminded. It's another step on the way to total government control.
Let me guess. We should all vote no.
They're trying to influence you in any way they can.
All politicians lie. What else is new?
I think it's supposed to be like Anon, like anonymous or something. I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Don't forget, dear listeners, that you can ask this guy questions too. Basically, please send questions so I don't have to.
It's subliminal messaging. They mask it, but it's everywhere. On the streets, in public service announcements, commercials.
Secret messages.
Exactly.
So, what you're saying is by the end of the week, we'll all be voting yes because we've been influenced without us even knowing.
I'm telling you, they'll stop at nothing. This is only the beginning.
Well, they won't get me because I won't be voting anyway. Anything more to add, Anon?
Yeah, lots. I've heard that...
Oh my. Well, what do you know? We just lost contact with Anon.
Find somebody who knows about all secrets. Ask him the right question.
Okay.
Unlock our frequency.
This game seems like it's trying a bit too hard. What do you mean? This is not what I asked for. This is weird. What is this? Like it's trying to be Mimi. I don't think it's trying to be Mimi. I think it's just... I think what it's trying to do is it's trying to... I think what it's trying to do is that it's trying to... There's a word and I can't think of it. It's trying to imitate radio. And radio is always trying to be Mimi. Like, it's kind of cringe, honestly. And I think that that's why you're getting, like, the we're trying to be hip and Mimi vibe, because radios try to do that. And it just... It more often hurts than anything. I haven't listened to True Radio since I was a teenager. Every once in a while, I will turn the radio on if I'm sick of the CD that's currently in my car, because I can't find the rest of my CDs. They're somewhere, but I can't find them. So it's just, I'll do that. Or if, like, I don't have my phone because I just don't want to carry it around. I fucking hate carrying that thing around. Because it's so big. I miss my little, I miss when phones were little. I miss, like, the little iPod Touch, like, sized phones, because then I could shove it in my front pocket, you know? Instead of just, like, the phone is in my butt now, and whenever I sit down, I have to take it out. Like, I have to manage it way more than I do in, like, a front pocket type of setting. Okay, so that was a whole thing.
Find somebody who's about all secrets. Ask him the right question. Unlock our frequency. Find the truth.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers in a highly anticipated meeting. She will have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies if the time loop is implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorism.
Can I go back?
The 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated. The police is now if a seek the youth and
I missed it. Oopsies, I forgot.
Well, and
While Tommy walks up to the farm, let me remind you that we have...
Okay, I fucked up.
Find somebody. Ask him the right question.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers in a highly anticipated meeting. She will have to develop an understanding about the status of international trade policies if the time loop is implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of
Part right.
Something like, I can't believe it's Monday again. On when? On can we? Or big That's my... And with that, NSB.
It's A none.
Well, if it isn't my favorite.
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure, whatever you'd like. Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything. He knows about every secret there is. Yeah, apparently. I appreciate our listeners sending messages in for our dear Anon, but this one here makes no sense at all. All right? See if you can find a good question to ask and get back to us.
Yeah, so, we're voting on the implementation of the...
Okay, so that didn't make
visits a
any...
location where the news of the future is being made. Where are you today, Tommy?
Thanks, Fred. I'm here at the Galena Layer Poultry Farm, where the owners have found a revolutionary new way
Okay,
to
so there has to
care
be
for
a
their
question.
chickens.
So there's some type of time loop thing and you have to find clues on how to stop it or something. Apparently there's like a, there's like some type of voting thing or whatever. Like, we have to somehow find the secret radio station or something, and that's...
Revolutionary, right. And in which way?
Well, Fred, I'm sure you know that laying hens, however cute and fluffy they look, contribute a lot of harmful gas to the ozone layer.
Okay, so that was a question.
The owners of Galena have found a way to diminish these gases through purely biological means. And there is more. Galena Farm claims to have a cure for bird flu. A newly developed special mix of herbs eradicates any chance of flu.
Farmers turned pharmacists. Is that something we want?
That's a question, but
Well,
that doesn't
Fred,
matter.
If it's safe, why not?
That doesn't
But
make sense.
is it?
Let's ask
That's
the
not a
farmers.
question that makes sense here.
While Tommy walks up to the farm, let me remind you that we have more discussions.
Ask him.
Today, Foreign Minister Macmillan is scheduled to talk to other foreign ministers in a highly anticipated meeting. She will have to develop an understanding about the status of international
to
trade
ask a
policies
question.
if the time loop is implemented. 4 people were arrested after reports of terrorist threats. According to the police, the 4 men are part of a so-called piracy group dedicated to disrupting society. The police is now investigating their means of communication and facing new questions. If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
I'm pretty sure that's the one we have to
The
do.
University of Amentos.
To celebrate that it's the Can We? Or be creative. That's my rant of the day. And with that, NSB.
It's A none here.
Well, if it isn't my...
I mean, I prefer Truth Seeker.
Yeah, sure, whatever you'd like. Oh, and listeners, please tell me if you want to ask Anon anything. He knows about every secret there is. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, so, we're voting on the implementation of the time loop at the end of this week, right?
Don't remind me.
I think I have to time
no,
this right.
I am reminding you. Everybody should be reminded. It's another step on the way to total government control.
Let me guess. We should all vote no.
They're trying to influence you in any way they can.
Looks like we've got a proper question for our dear friend Anon.
If a secret group uses radio waves to share information, can they hide their frequency?
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Now, we are getting somewhere.
You're getting a bit overexcited.
But this is the real deal. Listen, there are empty frequencies in the airwaves, frequencies that seem unused.
Let me guess. They're not.
Exactly. Sources say that if you record one particular sound, you decode the entire frequency and reveal its true nature.
Isn't that magical?
It's not magic. The public encryption key is hidden behind the audio file.
And you officially lost me there.
Believe me or not, the last frequency I decoded was protected by the sound of broken glass. I recorded it on my radio and...
Okay.
Find somebody who knows about all. Ask him.
Baby crying, no one cares. Glass breaking. Not piece of brick falls. Gust of wind. Okay, the train leaves. Somebody drops their drink. Okay. We've done a thing.
If you're listening to this, it means you've found us. Congratulations. You have taken the first step in your awakening. You have connected. You are being lied to so much more than you know. The time loop is already in place. The vote is irrelevant. We are already repeating ourselves. Those who control the present control the future. Keep listening. Keep sharing. Reclaim time.
Okay.
We've uncovered new information that needs to be shared. Information that is too important not to get out there. We're counting on you, our friends, to spread the information. We need your network. We need your power. Here are the facts. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop. Amal Macmillan is the person who ordered to activate the time loop prematurely. She should be confronted and unmasked. She acted without democratic consent, and even though she will deny all this, we know this to be true. Spread the news and make sure it sticks beyond the time loop. Our own organization is still small, but your help will make us grow. Your help will make us reach the news stations. They've not yet reported on these conspiracies. They ignore our messages, but eventually they will have to listen. If there are many of us, we will not be ignored. So keep trying. Hear this fact and pass it on. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop. We'll start small if needed. If the news stations won't listen, others will. And then they will spread the word. And then others will, until we can't be denied anymore. I might sound like a madman to you. Hell, I sound like a minister. But this is real. I am real. We all are. I'm here, talking to you. Not because I'm special. I'm just a normal citizen, like you. We all are here. We're just a group of concerned citizens who don't want to be lied to anymore. Help us. Try to reach the news station. Try it via other stations if that's what's needed. Use small stations if you need to. Start at the bottom and work the message up, all the way to the top. Connect with them on subjects that they're interested in. Match their worries, their concerns, their subjects. Find the message that will make them take you seriously. And tell them. Tell them about the conspiracy. Tell them that we are being lied to. Please spread this important fact. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop. We will continue with our underground actions. And when the time comes, when we have enough people rallied, we will rise up. We will show them that we know what's going on. We will make them suffer. So help us before the loop resets again and things are forgotten. You can make an impact. You can change little things.
I want to hear this whole
You just
thing.
need to do it. You just need to do it. Spreading the news about the time. We've uncovered new information that needs to be shared.
Okay.
Please switch tracks. Keep an eye out on that red signal. Slight delays. Mac, come in. Mac? 703 on green. Maybe one for Mac. Why has platform 12 not been cleared? Please respond. Over. We have 2 trains waiting to come in. Please clear platform. Over. Any empty platform will do, friends. Just reel that train in, please. Thank you very much for doing your bloody job. Imagine what would happen if we all did that, right? I want to see those asses at HQ look at our results this week and just be very quiet out of sheer admiration. What's that? 98.8% on time? Yes, let's see them do better. Thanks, Mac. Yeah, I'll remember that for the speech at your funeral. Uh-huh. On time, yes. But what about the 7:22? Everyone for platform assistance, please stand by. Time loop? I don't know. Haven't thought about it. Brace yourselves. I feel another overhaul of the timetable coming up. How long is that time loop going to be? Will we still be arriving in time? Shit. Will we even arrive at all? Geez, I'm now seeing visions of trains leaving the station, only to start their journey over and over again and never arriving. Damn. Mac, any ideas? Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is
7:22. Yeah, sure.
kind of important.
Mac?
Hello, Kitty.
Mac, do you have any more info on this? Over. Mac? Platform 2, yes. I've done this for 24 years, Mac. 25 in 3 months. So if... What? Everyone here, anyone up for a drink after work today, yeah? Over. Mac?
Okay, so that's the reset of that. Hello, Kitty.
Have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of the time loop if the vote on Friday is positive. Minister Macmillan has promised to provide them with extra details, but has also said, quote, "Foreign politics should not influence the will of our nation," unquote. A printing factory in the south used by the government to print voting ballots went up in flames last night.
Oops.
2 victims were killed, both of them employees of the factory. It's unclear whether the ballots for the upcoming time loop vote were affected.
Thank you, Kit, for the hydrate. Also, hello, how are you doing, Kit?
The police and the fire department are currently investigating. Weather today, cloudy with low temperatures in the south and a small chance of rain during the night. And finally, you'll be happy to know that our listener comment system is back online, so you'll be able to send us your messages again. In the studio, we have physician scientist Charlie Thomas. Welcome, Professor.
Okay.
Professor Thomas, you've been researching the effects of a possible time loop on public health, am I correct?
Yes. You have to remember, it's all very academic, though. We've researched an, at this moment, fictitious situation, after all. Together with our colleagues from the physics department, we have developed models to simulate a possible time loop.
Your report mentions brain tumors.
So, Kit, what this game is that you have to listen to different radio programs, and they're on like a time loop type thing, right? And the way the game works is that you only move forward once. You only move forward once you've found like the secret within the thing, and so what you do is you like record like a bit that's like said on the radio, and then you send it to like another radio station, right? And then you like, and that's how you like progress through the game. So like the way that I do this is that I sit down and I listen to all of the stations and everything that's being said, and I think about that. We're sort of manipulating the news, so like our goal right now, I think it's best to explain the game through like the goal. So right now we just finished the first chapter, and the first chapter was unlocking like the secret radio station. And so basically it seems like what we're trying to do is we're trying to get out that like this politician who's trying to implement a time loop I don't know how that's gonna work, but I guess they're gonna implement some type of time loop. And like that's bad, right? So we have to like expose it. Like we have to like expose like the government thing so that like, because like the vote doesn't matter. Like the government is already doing what the fuck they want. Yes, Kit, we have to expose the government. I mean, haven't you ever wondered what type of underwear Ted Cruz wears? And so that's basically what we're doing. Absolutely not hard pass. Are you sure? You sure? I bet Ted Cruz does one of two things. Ted Cruz either just lets his wife play dress up with him, or he gets them tailor-made. In 30 seconds, we made Mom's Stream unmarketable for children and family. What are you talking about? We're talking about family-loving politician Ted Cruz. This is 100% for families. What are you talking about? They probably have his name embossed on them? Do you mean like embroidered? And y'all call me what? But like, yeah, or like kind of going with like Kit's idea, or Ted Cruz tailor makes his underwear and they all have Applejack on them. I was actually interacting.
Should we be worried?
Let me put it this way. Think of our report as a medication information leaflet.
Why Applejack? Because don't you remember during like the 20 Republican primaries or whatever, Ted Cruz got asked what his favorite pony was, and he said that it was Applejack. When I was in boot camp, we had to write our names on everything we owned, including our underwear, in case someone stole. Why would somebody steal your underwear? Do you got perverts on base, dude? Are there perverts on the military bases? Because someone should report that. Oh, that makes sense. Like, Kit, does that actually make sense? Or does that, like, or is that, like, yeah, that makes sense, bro.
You talking about side effects?
Regarding the brain tumor, chances have been proven to be incredibly slim, even in a test environment.
So in real life, a brain tumor could be more likely.
You're twisting my words.
I'm not saying anything that is not in your report already, surely.
No, but you are emphasizing something that isn't relevant.
If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that the public needs to know this before they vote?
I don't think it's something they should base their vote on.
Why not?
Our research is still very preliminary. We've barely scratched the surface. It's far too early to draw any conclusions.
Perverts are everywhere, mother. Well, the police aren't doing their fucking jobs then. Why am I paying my taxes?
Okay, I understand. What about possible positive side effects?
We actually had a couple of mice that aged slower, so that could be very beneficial.
There was also an interesting fact about headaches.
Indeed, some of our test subjects experienced a very specific type of headache, one that we hadn't seen before. Which is interesting because we think this could lead to a breakthrough in the related area of migraine research.
It's not illegal to be a pervert. Wow, I mean, I guess it depends upon, do you act upon this? Because that's sexual harassment, I'm pretty sure.
Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist, not a politician.
You're pussyfooting around the thing. I get that you don't have enough information, Charlie Thomas, but you're pussyfooting around it. Stop doing that.
But if you can't advise us, who can?
The government does a lot in terms of public information.
But they're no scientists. They choose out of ideology or for economic reasons.
I feel like I feel like this game, like, while not talking about, like, an actual issue, is gonna get, like, either me or people in the chat to, like, reveal some of our, like, political, like, ideologies about how the world works, you know?
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country.
Okay. Now it's time for cringe. Are you guys ready for cringe?
Fresh FM. It's time for my favorite segment. Yay! It's time for
Tall Tales.
Ooh.
Today, we're calling Rakeem, who has an amazing story to tell.
It's ringing.
Yes?
Is that Rakeem? This is Michelle from Fresh FM. You're live on the radio.
Wow.
Bob here.
Wow.
Ricky. Bit shy, are ya? No need to be. Your story sure isn't.
Your story is one of the tallest tales we've ever heard.
Our tall tale meter has been set up and calibrated, so bring it on.
You know the deal. Just tell the story and the meter will rank it. And if you make the top 5, you get a top prize.
Right.
So, Rakeem, tell us your tall tale.
Well,
Out with it, babe. I'm dying with excitement here.
I know, but shit.
Chickening out, Rakeem?
No, of course not, man.
Okay, let's help you out a bit. Your story involves a sauna and one of your teachers, right?
Excuse
I
me.
don't want to tell the story.
Rakeem, what's happening, babe?
It's not true. It's a lie. I'm sorry, Michelle.
Shit, man. You're too good for this world.
So what? You're bailing out?
I guess so.
Thanks for messing up our segment.
This do be hella cringe. This do be how, like, a lot of, like, popular radio hosts work, though, especially if they're like, we're gonna do a partner thing and make a talk show out of this. Like, there was one billboard that sometimes, like, me and my husband, like, drive by, and it's for this radio show, and it's got, like, a old man, which is what they're doing here, and, like, a young lady, like, she's supposed to, like, look like she's in her 20s or something, whatever. That wow sounded like I was Owen Wilson levels of wow. Yeah. But, and it's just like, that's so bad. Oh my god. This is awful. Like, I just look at that billboard and I know what they're doing with it, and it's just terrible. Ooh. Just,
No, we respect you. Thanks for being honest. Rakeem?
Sure. Can I hang up now?
Bye, Rakeem.
That was so unnecessary. I mean, this segment is called Tall Tales, right? The name should give you some sort of clue.
Calm down, Bob.
Who cares if the story's true, as long as the story's a big and preferably funny, too?
Let's ask the listeners. What's your opinion on lying? Send us your statement on the subject.
All we wanted was a great story. Should we go to some music?
We could just call somebody else.
I don't feel like it. I'm putting the Tall Tales meter away.
I need some coffee.
You and me both.
Okay, might as well play some music.
On it.
so they were asking us our opinion about liars. So when does that come in? It's music. Who wants to listen to music? This better all be like free shit, because I'm gonna be so mad if YouTube's like, you can't have this on here. What is wrong with you? Okay. That was a time loop thing.
Sungate toothbrush.
Okay. Wait.
Say yes to routine.
Oh, that was what we missed. Okay, that's fine. But if you guys do not mind, I'm going to put on a small ad for now so that I can go and start dinner, because it's a slow roast. I have to put a slow roast on the stove. So I'll see you all in like ads. Kit does not want ads. Don't worry, Kit. You'll just stare into the void because you are a subscriber, so you won't get any ads. So feel free to stare into whatever the hell like my waiting screen is. This thing. This is what you'll stare at. And you'll get to hear this lovely radio whatever this is. It's not quite static. It's just kind of creepy. So I will see you all in a couple hot minutes. I am back. I am back with the thing. Wada, no roast for Wada. None for him. But now, also thank you, Drifter, for the sub to the YouTube channel. Shameless plug for the YouTube channel. It's down in the description. I don't have I don't have a link ready, but it's down there. Just scroll down there if you want. I don't know. Share roast. I will share roast with Kit. I saw no capitalism making us work for your YouTube. I'm sorry. Would you rather that I have like stream elements every like hour be like, hey, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will not eat if you will not share with my brothers. Hey man, that's your choice. That's your choice, dude. Yes, I am easy and love easy link. Well, you know what, Kit? You know what, Kit? Just for you. Just for you. Okay. This isn't what I wanted. Mother said, fuck us all. I mean, don't I do that every day? There you go. Shameless plug. Absolutely shameless. Oh yeah, we already heard this, you.
Campus Radio, a Mentos by students for students. We're live 3 times a week.
Hi, fellow students, elitists, and future decision makers. It's your girl Kaya here, joined by the ever awesome Jenny.
Hi, y'all.
Trying to force us upon your YouTube. Look, Kit, you asked for this. You asked for it, bruh. Congratulations. Kit's just being a jerk. One of my favorite things about Kit. What a great quality.
Don't worry, you'll hear from her later. So, you know we are all about discussion here. There's some big shit going down this week, so if you want to talk about it, drop us a message anytime. Jenny?
At the end of this week, voting stations will open on the subject of the time loop.
So if you haven't thought about what to vote yet, start thinking now. Don't think it doesn't affect you, because it will. This vote is all about our future.
Don't let others decide for you. It's time our voices were heard too.
There is no excuse. There will be a voting station inside of the campus grounds, main auditorium of Building A to be precise. Be there.
I'll be there as a member of the polling staff, handing out ballots.
Another great reason to go and vote.
Not really.
Girl, you're awesome. Anyone should jump on the opportunity to meet you at the voting office and talk to you in person.
Thanks.
But seriously, get informed. Don't believe everything you hear, but start researching. You owe it to yourself and to the rest of the nation.
We'll be talking about the vote all week, so if you have thoughts or opinions on the time loop, let us know.
We need to find out how this time loop will impact our lives. The pro and con time loop groups are trying to reel us in with their arguments, but we all know that election talk can be, well, bullshit.
We are trying to get to the truth between the propaganda.
So send us any snippet of info you have, and we will discuss it open-mindedly.
Okay.
Promise.
I think I know what to do here.
Meanwhile, here are some official campus announcements. The West Canteen will be closed all week due to refurbishments. So if you're hungry, make sure to get over to the East Canteen early because it will be packed. Also, the Study Advice Center has extended its opening times due to high demands.
Political Groundhog's Day? Yes. That's basically what's happening, except for, like, the stations do... When you complete a chapter, they do move forward. But yes, that's kind of what's going on here, Wada.
Starting this week, they'll also be open on Wednesday and Thursday evening. If you're worrying about study results or mental health or life in general, go and see them. They can help you. Believe me, I'm speaking from experience.
I have an announcement from Carthage, the Society of History Students.
Carthage, of which you are the proud chairwoman.
I am the chairperson, yes. In 2 weeks, we are organizing a discussion night on the history of knowledge.
What's the history of knowledge exactly?
Well, basically, society has grown from...
Okay.
All right, this is going to be a short rant. You know when you're in line to buy something and there's lots of people behind you? Next time, take your fucking money out of your purse before it's your turn. I mean, it's not like you have anything else to do while waiting. Thank you on behalf of the people behind you. Oh, it's going to be an interesting morning because we have a special guest today. Why don't you introduce yourself? Please welcome my new co-host, Sadie. Sadie hasn't found her radio voice yet, but a bowl of water should do the trick. So, basically, the station management has been suggesting we should find a co-host for ages now. Apparently, according to data, shows with 2 presenters are more successful. So, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host, preferably a woman. Obviously. And that's where Sadie comes in. Don't you, girl?
Dude just went, I hate other people, so I'm gonna have my dog be my co-host. That's what this dude just went.
I don't even know if she's really called that. I just thought she looked like a Sadie. I took her off the streets this morning.
That's cute.
She doesn't have a collar, so I guess she's a stray. But, well, if you're listening and your dog is missing, tough.
Get fucked.
Anyway, Sadie's specialty is answering questions about the government. So, if you have any, please send them in, and Sadie will bark once for yes and twice for no.
Okay.
Am I on? Yeah, I think it's a disgrace. Picking up a stray dog just for laughs? She must be terrified and overheated with all those studio lights.
Studio lights? Hey, we're not on TV, mate. If we were, you could have seen that Sadie's wagging her tail. Next!
You must think you're so funny with a female dog. I thought you were a feminist. Asshole.
Feminism is so overrated. I'm just pro-humans in general. Oh yeah, and dogs. Next! And can I just remind you all that Sadie's specialty is answering yes-no questions on the subject of the government. So please help us raise the quality of this show and send us your questions!
Yes, hello. My name is Maria. I used to have a dog, a brown one.
Well, this one's off-white.
My boy, my sweet, loyal boy. He slept at the side of my bed, you know.
Oh my god, why does it sound like my mother, except she hates animals?
They never told me where he went.
I bet he ran away.
My son, he ran away when he was 12, but he came back, I think. He visits me.
Oh boy.
I don't recognize him.
Sorry, lady, I think you might need another number. Really, are you all right? I mean, do we need to send somebody over?
Oh no, they're all here. They keep repeating things.
Huh.
Of the day.
Interesting. I think that lady's stuck
This is going to be a short...
in a fun
To
loop.
get out there. We're counting on you, our friends, to spread the...
On that red signal.
Wait. I think this lady had a thing.
Imagine what would I want to see those asses at HQ. What's that? 98. Thanks, Mac. Maybe one for platform assistance. Time loop? I don't know. Haven't thought about it. Brace yourselves. I feel another overhaul of the timetable coming up. How long is that time loop going to be? Will we still be arriving in time? Shit. Will we even arrive at all? Geez, I'm now seeing visions of trains leaving the station only to start their journey over and over again and never arriving. Mac, any ideas? 7:22. Yeah, sure. Mac, how will... Mac, do you have any more info on this? Over. Mac?
I think this is gonna start the thing over again.
Platform 2, yes. I've done this for 24 years, Mac. 25 in 3 months. So if... What? Everyone here, anyone up for a drink after work today, yeah? Over.
Trying to remember, because I remember... Okay, so no, this doesn't have any of the information that I need.
State have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation. Minister Macmillan has promised to foreign politics should not... A printing factory in 2 victims were killed, both of them employees of the factory. It's unclear whether the ballots for the upcoming time loop vote were affected. The police and the fire department are currently investigating. Weather today, cloudy with low... And finally, you'll be happy to know that our listener comment system is back online, so you'll be able to send us your messages. In the studio, we have physician-scientist Charlie Thomas. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you.
Professor Thomas, you've been researching the effects of a possible time loop
This
on
isn't
public
like a
health. Am I correct?
Yes. You have to remember, it's all very academic, though. We've researched an, at this moment, fictitious situation, after all. Together with our colleagues from the physics department, we have developed models to simulate a possible time loop.
Your report mentions brain tumors. Should we be worried?
Let me put it this way.
I don't know if that's right.
Think of our report as a medication information leaflet.
Are you talking about side effects?
Regarding the brain tumor, chances have been proven to be incredibly slim, even in a test environment.
So in real life, a brain tumor could be more likely.
You're twisting my words.
I'm not saying anything that is not in your report already, surely.
No, but you are emphasizing something that isn't relevant.
If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that... If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that the public needs
I think that's the right one.
before they vote?
I don't think it's something they should base their vote on. Our research is still very preliminary. We've barely scratched the surface. It's far too early to draw any conclusions.
Okay, I understand. What about possible positive side effects?
We actually had a couple of mice that aged slower, so that could be very beneficial.
There was also an interesting fact about headaches.
Indeed, some of our test subjects experienced a very specific type of headache, one that we hadn't seen before, which is interesting because we think this could lead to a breakthrough in the related area of migraine research.
Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist,
I
not a
think
politician.
we grabbed
But if
the
you
right
can't advise
one.
us, who can?
The government does a lot in terms of public information.
But they're no scientists.
Sense of
they
deja
choose out
vu.
of ideology or for economic
Yeah.
reasons.
Okay, so I think that's the right one. I don't
Several
remember.
foreign heads of state, Minister for whether to.
I'm gonna pick it up
You'll
again.
be happy to know. In the
Thank you,
Professor Thomas. You've been researching the.
Yes. Together with our...
Your report mentions. Should we be?
Let me put it this way.
Are you talking about?
Regard...
So in real
Isn't
life,
that
a
one.
brain.
You're
Not
I'm
that
not
one.
saying anything that is not in.
No, but you are...
If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health. If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that the public needs to know this before they vote?
Okay.
I don't think...
Online. Send us your state.
I don't care about what you have to say.
Meanwhile, here are some official campus announcements. The West Canteen will be closed all, so if you're hungry, make sure to get over to the... Also, the Study Advice Center has extended its opening times due to...
Does this
high
do the
demand.
thing?
Before we continue, we've got some messages from listeners, but they don't really feel relevant at the moment. Sorry. Anyway.
Starting this week, they'll also be open on... If you're worrying about study, they can help...
I have an announcement from
Carthage.
I am the chairperson, yes. In 2 weeks, we are organizing a discussion night on the history of...
Okay. So I recorded that. Does that mean...
Campus.
Hi, fellow students. Elite.
Hi, y'all.
So, there's some big shit going down this week, so if you want to talk about it.
At the end of this week, voting stations will open on the.
So, if you haven't thought about what to vote yet, don't think it doesn't affect you because it will. This vote.
Don't let others decide.
There is no excuse. There will be a voting station inside
Maybe
of the
here?
campus grounds, main auditorium of Building A to be precise. Be there.
We have a message from a student.
If this time loop could have a negative impact on our health, don't you agree that the public needs to know this before they vote?
Jenny, why did you pick this one?
We wanted to take every reaction seriously, right?
True. I have no further comments, though. Back to politics.
I'll be there as a member of the polling staff, handing out ballots.
Another great reason to go and vote.
Not really.
Girl, you're awesome.
Honest. Ricky?
Opportunity to meet you at the vote.
For laughs? She must be terrified and overheated with all those studio lights.
Studio lights? Hey, we're not on TV, mate. If we were, you could have seen that Sadie's wagging her tail. Next.
What about
You don't
this?
think you're so funny with a female dog. I thought you were a feminist. Asshole.
Feminism is so overrated. I'm just pro-humans in general. Oh yeah, and dogs. Next! And can I just remind you all that Sadie's specialty is answering yes-no questions on the subject of the government. So please help us raise the quality of this show and send us your questions! By the way, somebody sent us some stuff about tumors. Sounds like a story for our conspiracy theorist. I'll be sure to ask him about it if he calls, but don't count on it. I think our producer gave him a 2-day ban. If you want to hear more from Sadie here, just send in your yes-no questions about the government. She just loves them. By the way, somebody sent us some stuff about tumors. Sounds like a story.
Okay, this is the same
study
thing.
Results or mental health or
This sounds
life in
terrible.
general, Go and see them. They can help you.
Okay.
They choose out of ideology or for economic reasons.
Okay.
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of the time loop. If the vote on
Okay, I'm gonna think out loud for a second here, right? Okay, so the student people talk about mental health, right? So they're not gonna talk about politics. They're not gonna talk about politics, but the dog guy is. But he's not taking things seriously at all. So, and we have to stay on topic, otherwise they'll be like, what the fuck, and not deal with it. So we have to get something about either mental health or the government.
Friday is positive. Minister Macmillan has promised to provide them foreign politics. A printing. 2 victims were killed, both of them employees of the factory. It's unclear whether the ballots for the upcoming time loop vote were affected. The police and the fire department weather today. And finally,
That's fine.
In the
Thank you.
Professor Thomas, you've been researching the...
Okay, that's not really a question that you can send to someone else.
Should we be worried?
Let me put it this way. Think of our report as a medication information.
Rude,
Are
Drifter.
you talking about side effects?
Regarding the...
So in real life...
You're twist...
I'm not saying anything that is...
No, but you...
If this time loop could have a negative...
I don't think it's something they should base their vote on. Our research is still very...
Okay, I understand.
We actually had a couple...
There was also...
Indeed, which is interesting.
Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist, not a politician.
But if you can't advise us, who can?
The government does a lot in terms of public information.
Let me pause this interview just a moment. To our audience, we're receiving a lot of questions right now.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to do.
Minister and
yes.
Your report mentioned, should we be worried?
Damn it, I wish there was a way to go backwards. You can't.
Are you talking about side effects?
Regarding the brain tumor.
So in real life, a brain tumor could be... I'm not saying anything that is...
No, but you...
If this time loop could have a negative impact...
I don't
That's
think
what we
it's
did
something they should-
before.
Our research is...
Okay, I understand.
We actually had a couple of...
There was also an interesting fact about headaches?
Indeed, some of our test subjects experienced a very specific type of headache, which is interesting because we think...
Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I'm not giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist.
Okay.
A discussion night on the history of knowledge.
What's the history of knowledge?
Everybody over?
Oh no, they're all here. They keep repeating the same.
Okay, so I think
Of
that
the
that's
day.
too late. I think that's too late.
Of the time loop. If the...
Because they're all running at the same time.
Keep an eye. Mac, maybe one for Mac. We have any empty platform will do. Thank you. But imagine what would happen if I want to see those asses at HQ look. What's that? 98.8. Thanks, Mac. Yeah. Maybe one for platformers.
No.
Time loop? I don't know. Haven't thought about it. Time loop? I don't know. Haven't thought about it. Brace yourselves. I feel another...
This time loop could have a negative impact on our health.
Preferably funny, too.
So send us any snippet of info you have, and we will discuss it open-mindedly.
So what about that?
We have a message from a student.
Time loop? I don't know. Haven't thought about it.
Jenny, why did you pick this one?
We wanted to take every reaction seriously, right?
True. I have no further comments, though. Back to politics.
Meanwhile, here are
dog. Brown one.
Well, this one's off-white. Yes, I know somebody sent us a message, Sadie, but we're talking to Maria now.
My boy, my sweet, loyal boy. He slept at the side of my bed, you know? And then
I bet he ran away.
my son, he ran away, but I don't recognize him.
Sorry, lady, I think you
Okay.
Of the day.
That
So I
needs to be
think-
shared. Information that is too important not to get out there. We're counting on you, our friends, to spread the information. We need your network. We need your power. Here are the facts. Amal Macmillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and violator of human rights, actually leads the group that activated the time loop. Amal
Okay, so what if I take that to...
Two victims were killed.
What if I
This is
take
Michelle
that
from-
to
Don't worry,
you?
we'll hear from-
Not you, but
Why
to you.
don't you introduce yourself? Please welcome my new... Sadie hasn't found her... So, basically, the station apparently... so, in order to improve... And that's where Sadie... I don't even know if she's really called that. She doesn't have a collar, so... Anyway, Sadie's specialty is answering questions about the
What if I do that?
Someone has sent us some pretty wild accusations and conspiracies. I know this show seems like the sort of place where everything is allowed, and that makes me proud in a certain way. But we can't broadcast things like that, or we'll get sued for defamation. Sorry about that. We do take questions on the government, however. So if you have any, please send them in. And Sadie will
Okay.
bark once for yes and twice for no.
The truth between the propaganda.
So send us any snippet of info you have.
Online. Send us your statement on the subject.
Research is still very preliminary. We've barely...
Okay, I understand.
We actually...
There was also an interesting fact about it.
Indeed, which is interesting because we think that...
Has your research influenced your own opinion on the implementation of the time loop?
I already
I'm not
asked
giving
that
out
one.
advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking
So-
for. I'm a...
So, the one thing that... So, the college radio station is asking for statements while the other radio program that's like the weird talk show thing is asking for questions. which is an important distinction to make.
But if you can't advise us,
The government does a lot in terms of public information.
but they're no scientists. They choose out of ideology or for economic
Okay,
reasons.
you can't take that one though.
Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concerns.
Okay. I have to think about all the information that's in front of me right now. Cause also the timing matters too. And we can also send in questions or whatever to this person on the news or whatever. The science lady. Can we possibly take a segment from the mental health thing and ask her about it? Because am I thinking about this in a backwards way? I don't care about what you have to say.
Lots of people behind.
Information. We need your...
Said, quote,
Yay!
By students
Where's the-
for students. We're
Hi, fella. Hi. So there's some big. There is another.
That's nice.
But
You owe it. We'll be talking about the vote all week, so if you have thought,
we need to find out how this time loop will impact our lives. The pro and con time loop groups are trying to reel us in with their arguments, but we all know that election talk. The pro and con time loop groups are trying to reel us in with their arguments, but we all know that election talk can be, well, bullshit.
I think what's his face is gonna like that.
agree that the public need.
All the way to the...
So overrated. I'm just pro-humans in general. And can I just remind you, so please help us raise the quality of this show and send us your questions! Somebody sent us a clip, and I'm not sure how to react to it, but maybe my co-host has an appropriate response. Yes, I totally agree. Anyway.
Yes. Hello.
Okay.
My name
He
is
doesn't
Franco.
care.
When we have
That's not gonna be helpful.
will rise up.
This one's off-white.
Carthage, the Society of History.
Giving out advice on how to vote if that's what you're looking for. I'm a scientist, not a politician.
Let me pause this interview just a moment. To our audience, we're receiving a lot of questions right now. Keep sending us any remarks you might have, and we'll broadcast the best ones immediately. Several foreign heads of state have reiterated their concern about our country's unilateral implementation of the time loop if the vote on Friday is positive. Minister Macmillan has promised to provide them with extra details, but has also said, quote, foreign politics should not influence the will of our nation, unquote. A printing factory in the south used by the government to print voting ballots went up in flames last night. A printing factory in the south used by the government to print voting ballots went up in flames last night.
Because there's a connection between...
This is... Don't worry, you'll hear from her later. So, you know we are all about... There's some big shit going down...
At the end of this week, vote...
So if you haven't thought about what to... Don't think it doesn't affect you, because it will. This vote is all about our future.
We have a message from a student.
What if we do
A printing factory in the south used by the government to print voting ballots went up in flames last night.
Jenny, why did you pick this one?
We wanted to take every reaction seriously, right?
True. I have no further comments.
We have no comments about anything. I am a little stumped. Does anybody else have any ideas? Because if not, I'm gonna go to the internet. Because I'm a little stumped here. This one is not as straightforward, I feel like, as the other one. Wada just shrugs. Wada is an unhelpful bun. Shut up, phone. I'm helpful. I can eat food. Drifter also doesn't know. Okay, so I found a walkthrough. So here's chapter 2. Oh. Okay, so like I was doing a little bit too much thinking on my own. Okay, I kind of understand what they're.
So, back to politics.
Doesn't have a collar, so
Others will, and then they will spread the word. And then others will, until we can't be denied anymore.
Okay.
I might sound like a madman to you. Hell, I sound like a minister.
There's a
But
reason
is
why
real.
this
I am
repeats
real.
twice.
We all are. I'm here, talking to you. Not because I'm special. I'm just a normal citizen, like you. We all are here. We're just a group of concerned citizens who don't want to be lied to anymore. Help us. Try to reach the news station. Use small stations. Connect with them on subjects that define the message and tell them. Tell them, spread this important fact. Amal McMillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop. We will continue with our underground actions.
Could lead to a break.
Also, the Study Advice Center has extended its opening times due to high demands.
Okay, so
McMillan, politician,
this is gonna have to be
activist,
a
and shameless violator of human rights, leads
fast.
the group that activated the time loop.
Wait, what? Are you hearing this, Jenny?
Sorry, I was distracted for a bit. That sounded...
Not that one. I didn't want that one.
All right, this information that is too important not to get out there.
Did I get the
We're
right
counting
one?
on you, our friends, to spread the information. We need your network. We need your power. Activating the student population has worked.
Oh.
Next, we'll need to spread the reaction of the students. However, the disturbing questions will keep haunting them until they get the answers, until they get the truth. So help them. Hear their questions and spread them. It's the only way to eventually
did
get
something.
our truth on the news. We
Okay.
will continue with our underground actions. And when the time
We
comes,
did something.
when we have enough people rallied, we will rise up. We will show them that we know what's going on. So help us before the loop resets again and things are forgotten. You can make an impact. You can change little things. You just need to do it. You just need to do it.
Okay, this is gonna be a start of a new one.
You've taken the first step already. Now, use the student's reaction and pass it on. Pass it on so that eventually the harsh truth will reach the news outlets. Nobody will dare to answer the uncomfortable questions asked by our students. But if their words could at least be heard, for want of anything better, the seed of truth could be planted. This is why the students need you. All of you. They need you to plant that seed. The students have answered to our call for truth. It hasn't brought preconceived answers, but honest questions. This is how you tell fact from fiction. Distinguish between information and propaganda. Yet we cannot let these questions disappear into the night. Gather them and spread them to the right channel. This is our only chance to have them being heard.
Okay, when does the
We will
loop start
continue
again?
with our underground actions. And when the time comes, when we have enough people rallied,
Okay.
Type of headache. One that
Oh, they've played a song now. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave you guys with this song here, while I go or not because the time loop started.
Campus Radio, a Mentos by students for students. We're live 3 times a week.
Amal McMillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop.
Wait, what? Are you hearing this, Jenny?
Sorry, I was distracted for a bit. That sounded... Never mind.
We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously, so that is what we'll do. If this is true, it's big. Wow.
Are we being lied to by the government?
This is a scoop, Jenny. We need to investigate the shit out of this.
I know.
Students, friends, anarchists, here is a personal favorite for you to enjoy while we investigate.
Okay, so that's where this starts. So, I'm gonna leave you guys with this, as long as you're subscribed, otherwise I'm gonna run ads because I'm a shameless ad slut, I guess.
Looking in the mirror on his way out in town, they'd better look at him with lush respect and honor his crown. Your space is his for the taking, his ego this close to breaking. One contradiction or frustration, he's the saddest of clowns. He's entitled to it all because of his chromosome, so if he wants a woman bad, he'd better follow him home. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong clothes, right face, and there is nothing won't be willing to claim as his own. Look out for Eve and look out for Pandora. Any woman that's not sat in the corner. Look out for brains and look out for the rage. Too much distraction, I'll be done with the cage. Sky's gonna set disorder. Asylum, dependence, hysteria. Sky's screaming bloody murder. The witch of removals and acid scars. The alpha male on the prowl, every word a mere growl. Deep down off because he never got a woman to howl. Locker rooms, clubhouse, courtrooms, jailhouse. Feeling threatened by the very distant prospect of change. Thinking nothing of making a human being deranged. They were crazy and
Campus Radio, a Mentos by students for students. We're live 3 times a week.
Amal McMillan, politician, pro-time loop activist, and shameless violator of human rights, leads the group that activated the time loop.
Wait, what? Are you hearing this, Jenny?
And I am back.
Sorry, I was distracted for a bit. That sounded... Never mind.
We said we would take all opinions on this subject seriously.
I thought it was
so
going
that
to
is what
another
we'll
loop, and
do.
I'm just like, okay.
If this is true, it's big. Wow.
Are we being lied to? Are we being lied to by the government?
This
And
is
then
a
we
scoop,
take
Jenny.
this.
Just tell the story.
That we...
So, in order to improve the ratings, I would need a co-host, preferably a woman. And
Okay.
that's where I don't even know if she's really called that. She doesn't have a...
Okay.
Anyway, Sadie's a special. So, if you have any, please send them in.
Are we being lied to by the government?
Sadie, this one's for you, darling. Buck once for yes, twice for no.
Okay, so new stuff here.
I guess Sadie is still undecided. Meanwhile, let's ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Remember I told you I picked Sadie up off the streets this morning? In fact, my canine sidekick is actually my producer's. She brought her dog to work today, and I thought it'd be fun to wind up the station managers a bit. And you listeners, obviously. Wow, wasn't that honest of me? Well, guess what? I lied, and it was fun. So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again.
Am I on? Yeah, I think it's a disgrace. Picking up a stray dog just for laughs? She must be...
Studio lights? Hey, we're not on TV, mate.
You must think you're so...
Feminism and
Okay.
Kelso, please help us raise the quality of this show.
Okay, so there's something in what he's saying that we need to say.
All right, this is going to be... You know when you're in line to buy something? Sadie! This one... I guess Sadie is still undecided. Meanwhile, let's ponder on the idea of lying for a bit. Somebody sent us a clip, and I'm not sure... Yes, Remember I told you I picked Sadie up off the streets this morning? In fact, my canine sidekick is actually my producer's.
This is
She
not
brought her dog
relevant.
to work
This is
today,
not
and I thought
relevant.
It'd be fun to wind up the station managers a bit. And you listeners, obviously. Well, guess what? I lied, and it was fun. So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing... So, here's my statement, and feel free to repeat it. There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again. Please welcome my new co-host.
Okay.
Your story involves a sauna and one of your teachers, right?
I don't want to tell the story.
Rakeen, what's happening, babe?
Meanwhile, our listeners sent us this.
So, here's my statement.
I feel like this is what I had to do.
There is nothing wrong with lying every now and again.
Do you agree, Shell?
Well, let me tell you a story. I was supposed to go out with my friend yesterday,
Yes,
but
this
she
is how this
canceled.
works.
Bummer. You should have called me instead.
You wish. Anyway, so my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented. So my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented. And it's messing with her mind.
That sounds...
Sounds like something messed up her mind, all right?
Exactly. I just didn't want to call bullshit and risk upsetting her. So I lied and I said I totally believed her. But I felt like shit afterwards. What if she's really going bonkers? Then I'll have added to her delusions.
Well, I hope your friend isn't listening now.
Oops. Oh, shit.
Anyway, where were we?
It's not true.
Fact about headaches?
Indeed, some of our test subjects experienced a very specific type of headache, one that we hadn't seen before.
Okay.
Just a second. We've received an interesting message.
So, my friend said she was having pulsating headaches because the time loop has already been implemented. And it's messing with her mind.
Pulsating headaches. This sounds very much like something you found in your research.
It does. But since the time loop hasn't been implemented yet, this is most likely something else.
To be honest, we've gotten some messages from listeners who seem adamant that the time loop has already been implemented.
And you have investigated this?
No, we've not discussed this until now because, obviously, we have a duty to stick to the facts and not spread uninvestigated rumors.
Obviously, and I certainly don't want to add fuel to stories like that.
But this individual with headache symptoms could be the missing link we're looking for.
I have to be honest, I am intrigued. My science heart is beating faster, so to say.
And my investigative journalism heart. If you're the person experiencing the headaches, please get in touch. I feel we have a moral duty to investigate this. Also, Minister Amal Macmillan is in the studio tomorrow. I'll personally see to it that we discuss these details with her. I won't rest until we get to the bottom of this. That's my promise to you as a journalist.
Okay. Yay! Now we've done chapter 3. I understand now. So, he gives us kind of the... Because that's what we had to do. We had to, like...
This sound was designed by us to help uncover the truth.
Okay, so you have to use that.
Lies a piece of code with the power of stabilizing an unsteady frequency. We
Okay.
believe it will be useful to find important information about the conspiracy. You know how to distribute information. You can distribute this sound in the same way. You can also cancel the stabilization of a frequency by sending this sound one more time. The frequency will go back to its initial state, so you will leave no trace.
Okay.
If you hear this, it means that you have found us. Now, it's time to find others. Scour the airwaves and use the stabilizer to level out any frequency that could contain information to break the government down. If you find something you think is important, you should decide which radio station you trust most and leak the info to them. Don't send it to us. It'll reach us eventually. We want to know, but we want others to act. There's no doubt to have regarding the legality of our actions. We are whistleblowers. And above all, we are on the right side of history. This is about all of us. All of you.
I don't know why. Like, okay, so actually government conspiracies is why this made me think of this. But I read a book S that J.J. Abrams helped brainchild, and then another author like wrote it. But S is a really good book. Just make sure if you get it from a library that they have all of the pieces, because the book has like things in it that can be lost. So make sure that whatever copy you get has all the little pieces in it. S is a really good book. Yeah. It has a lot to do with like government conspiracies and stuff. It's really cool.
We all need to head this revolution. If you inform people, things will change. Remember, if you find something relevant, decide which radio station you trust most and send it to them. Convince them. Make them listen. If everybody does it, they will listen. They have to.
This game is confusing.
This program is our last chance to leak sensitive information from the government. It is now yours.
I'm just listening to the whole thing till we get the time loop thing because I want to hear everything. Because I'm like that.
If you've used the stabilizer at the wrong moment, you can always use it again to reset what you've done. We'll keep on fighting. We have so much planned. Do not underestimate us. This sound was designed to uncover the truth.
Okay. Now we get the time loop again.
This sound.
Hello, Ozo29. Being throughout at the start really helps in the long run. Yeah, being thorough. Yes. That's what I've also found out. Also, welcome to stream. How are you doing, dude? If we can make this thing stop, that would be cool. If that's all this is, I'm gonna be mad. What? Detective.
We'll notice their memory resets, but some citizens are immune to this.
Right. I don't get it.
While everyone gets reset by the time loop, these citizens don't. They remember everything, which is a problem when they oppose the government.
Right.
The presence of citizens unaffected by the time loop could endanger our government's plans regarding it.
If the time loop gets voted in, you mean?
Sorry? Yes, of course. After the vote, what happens
Okay. Okay.
This sound was designed by us.
Okay. So I'm gonna send this out here. Because I think I fucked up on how to use this a little bit. Oh wait, I fucked up again. We didn't get the start of that.
time loop resets, citizens will not notice their memory reset. When the time loop resets, citizens will not notice their memory resets, but some citizens are immune to this.
Right. I don't get it.
While everyone gets reset by the time loop, these citizens don't. They remember everything, which is a problem when they oppose the government.
Right.
The presence of citizens unaffected by the time loop could endanger our government's plans regarding it.
If the time loop gets voted in, you mean?
Sorry? Yes, of course.
Okay. So then we want to turn that off.
When the time loop resets, citizens will not notice their memory resets, but some citizens are immune to this.
Phone, no one cares.
Did you hear that, Martin? Let us change the frequency.
We're being joined by our foreign minister. Thank you for being here, Mrs. Macmillan.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
You've had quite a busy week so far.
Indeed, and I understand the reservations of our foreign colleagues. We're trying to do something nobody has done, and nobody will do at this point.
Implementing a time loop to improve economic stability and retain sovereignty.
We are on our way to convince our foreign colleagues that this time loop is essential to push our nation forward, and that they will benefit from this as well.
But while you're talking to foreign heads of state, people here are getting increasingly concerned about the time loop. They feel that information is being withheld from them.
I can assure you that there is no need to suspect the government of any wrongdoings.
Government never does anything wrong, guys. Don't worry. Government is only correct all the time.
As you know, I am wholeheartedly pro-time loop, and I sincerely hope that people will ignore the conspiracy theories and vote yes at the end of the week. We need this loop to reclaim our country, our economy, our nature.
That's the thing I personally feel most strongly about. Not just economy, but ecology. The loop
What?
will reset people and their actions while nature continues growing.
That doesn't
Trees
make
and
sense.
plants are not affected by the loop, allowing them to restore themselves and grow. We have been searching for ways
Okay.
to save our declining ecology.
That's not
for
the
so
only
long.
thing about
Now that we've found it, we owe it
ecology,
to
but
ourselves
okay.
and our planet to say yes to this solution.
Getting back for a bit to concerned citizens and the way the government informs us, what a lot of people would like to know is if the time loop is already implemented.
I'm sorry?
There are strong rumours that you are involved in an early implementation of the time loop.
I'm sorry, I thought this was a professional station. Rumors?
Strong rumours deserve to be investigated. Journalism without investigation is just repeating facts.
Well, fact is that I am not involved in any illegal activity. Also, what use would an early time loop implementation have?
I was hoping you would have thoughts on that.
I don't like the direction this interview is going in. I feel highly disrespected.
Well, perhaps the government is disrespecting the people by withholding information.
Mr. Peterson, these last couple of months have been incredibly tough. I've traveled the world to defend our plan for the time loop. I've had to repeat the same things over and over again. I've been getting abuse, scorn, hate. I've hardly spent any time at home. I don't get enough sleep. My head aches constantly and my feet hurt, but I keep going. My colleagues keep going, dedicating our lives to serving the nation. And now I get attacked with unfounded accusations of lying? It's genuinely unheard of. So if you don't mind, I've had enough. I didn't come here to get abuse on a news station that is supposed to be fair and balanced. Goodbye.
Thanks for not answering the question, bros. But so they're trying to push the time loop agenda? Yes. Yes, they are. They very much are.
Well, we're being joined.
Is this just gonna have music in it?
Golden oldie. And that was a golden oldie by none other than NSB.
Oh, wow.
Brought back some high school memories.
That dude is a washed up artist.
It's a shame NSB never managed to score another big hit after this one. Your number one rate. And don't you forget it. We're nearly halfway through the week.
You'll miss the weekend.
Jesus.
Which means that it's time for our... Bob, can you say it today?
Fresh FM Weekend Gig Calendar.
Take it away, Bob.
Only if you promise not to cough through it, huh?
I might, if you're boring.
On Friday nights, there's of course the huge Alumni 6 gig at the arena. Completely sold out, obviously, but keep listening to Fresh FM because we might pull some free tickets out of thin air for you.
Ooh, Bob.
Oh,
Also on
God.
Friday, there's the Corn Tunes Dance Party over at Birch Saloon. Doors open at 9. Tickets available at the door. On Saturday, we have Weird and Gilly at Nighttown, the Don't Look Back extravaganza at Area 51, and of course, the lovely ladies of Buzz Bounce at the Naz.
Love them.
And that was it for the
This is painful.
best gigs and parties of the coming weekend.
Oh,
I
boy.
was wondering, what would happen to these gigs if the time loop got installed?
I'm not following.
Well, I mean, would gigs just go on and on like in a continuous loop?
I don't think so. That would make no sense.
It would make sense if they're your favorite band and it's a great gig. Wouldn't that be awesome? Seeing your favorite artist perform for hours on end.
That sounds like
You'd get
hell.
Tired, though, and they would too.
You probably wouldn't realize because you see the loop resets without people knowing.
Really?
I think so.
Wow, I guess I really don't know anything about this whole time loop thing.
Yeah, I heard random things, but, half the time, those aren't shoe anyway. I mean, it'll be fine.
Okay.
So, anyway, I keep getting calls and messages from listeners about that time loop. Apparently, it's all you kids think about nowadays. There's obviously a deep desire to talk about these things, but, I'm not planning on giving idiots like Anon any more airtime. So, what I did was this. I've called in an expert to explain some things.
Just to correct you, I'm not an expert on the time loop.
Sorry, but my notes here say expert, and, I'm the host of the show, so what I say goes.
I'm starting to regret having agreed to this.
Okay, this is that same
You've
researcher.
Also been on News One, right? I mean, that's where my producer got you from.
And I've told them as well that it's too early to utter any headline-worthy sound bites.
I'll be the judge of that. So, expert Charlie Thomas, you're a doctor.
Professor. A physician scientist.
You know about bodies, and you know about the effect of the time loop on the body.
The possible effect.
So, tell me, is my maypole going to fall off?
I don't think so.
You know, here's the thing. I don't really know what to do with all this time loop talk. What I used to like about talk radio is that, people would call in with random issues. Sometimes I'd give advice. Sometimes I'd tell them to bugger off, you know?
Sure.
But it was always just friendly banter. You know? And, now.
Important subjects.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Feels like I should be a different host as well.
Just try it. Try being a different host.
No, too late. There's no change in me anymore. So, anyway, if you've got something to call in or send messages about, please do, as always. I'll probably be rude to you, but I mean well. So, if it's the time loop you want to talk about, if you're concerned about your well-being, about your health, about your life, let me know. Professor Thomas, physician, scientist extraordinaire, enlighten us. Which horrible diseases will the time loop unleash on us?
I don't know.
You can't say that if you're an expert. People will think you're hiding something. Are you?
Of course not.
Are you sure?
No. Contrary to popular belief, science is not exact.
Okay.
There are laws of science, sure.
There are multiple locations on that list. They are all marked as possible hideouts.
So we'll need to pay a visit to all of them.
Recon and stakeouts for now. Don't want to alarm them. If they find out we are on their tails, they will run.
Okay, there's something here.
But they won't outrun us.
Or stop sounding like a criminal, Martin.
Why? What did I do?
Watched too many cop shows. You have.
I just don't like those disruptive types.
Nobody on the force does, Martin. But we need to be smart about it. Don't let your emotions get in the way.
Sure.
Check dossier number 5. That's a profile on Winston or whatever his name is.
Winston's not his real name?
Unlikely. Real identity is still unclear though. They suspect he's local, has a family, most likely recently lost his job.
This is
That would
new.
explain why he's now acting the way.
One of the stories I read, there was a super powerful villain who could create pocket time loops that he used to torture people until the heat death of the universe. Well, that's fucked. That's super fucked, Kit. What kind of story were you reading? Damn. Also, thank you, Puff Dragon, for the hydrate. How are you doing, by the way?
He is holding the government responsible for the fact that he can't hold a job.
They're all like that.
Oh, don't generalize, Martin. You're a police officer. This Winston is our main target. We need to get him into custody as soon as possible. We have reason to believe he is our RMB1.
RMB1? What's that?
Classified info. But you need to know, in order to do your duty, so I will tell you. When the time loop resets, citizens will not notice their memory resets, but when the time loop resets, citizens will not notice their memory resets, but some citizens are immune to this.
Right.
I feel like for this one, we go to...
Time loop got installed.
No, too late. There's no changing me anymore.
Yep, we did the thing.
Time loop resets, citizens will not notice their memory resets, but some citizens are immune to this.
Kit read a super messed up story. Well, I understand that, actually. I understand that. It's still fucked, but it's fine. I'm doing okay. Work pulled some scummy stuff, so now I have been on the jump hunt. Oh my goodness. Dude, what happened? Dude, what happened? Oh my god, what the fuck? Hope all has been well with you. It's been going. It's been pretty okay. Yeah. Also, Puff, if you want to talk about it, I know that Kit went through some bullshit job stuff. If, like, you guys want to bond over bullshit.
Anon. Is that you?
This is really exceptional information.
You must be joking. Well, I guess I had this coming.
Why?
I asked people to call in with their concerns about the time loop, didn't I? For 1 split second.
Let's just say they're gonna have fun with the IRS playing with numbers on people's W-2s. Oh my god! Wada, get in here! IRS shit! Yay for trauma bonding. Dude, trauma bonding is like my love language. I remember for one of my birthdays, I invited some friends here, and we were playing this drinking game that was supposed to be like a fun game, and then it got really dark and depressing really fast as like people went around the circle talking about how their parents have abused them. That was fun. That was a fun night. I feel like we all became a little closer and we all understood each other a little bit more. We had a whole trauma bonding time during Persona 4. It was lovely, honestly. I think everyone had a lovely time.
I tried to be empathetic, and this is what I get. Jokers.
But what if it's true?
Are you hearing yourself? I'm sure this will turn out to be a hoax. Let's be honest. If this stuff was real, people wouldn't contact me about it. They would have sent it to a journalist or something. Not a failed musician.
A couple of friends and I in college used to go on walks at 2 a.m. and just dump stuff on each other. It was great. It was great. It was awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I really like playing games with people. Where like you really get into it. It's like you get into the meat of them as a person. I really like that. I don't know. Like, trauma dumping doesn't really bother me a whole lot. Like, I get that, like, it can be a thing where, like, you know, you don't want the stream to become all about that or whatever. But, like, I've been through so much shit in my life that I'm just like, yeah. You know, stuff happens, and I don't know. That's how I feel about it. It's just like, because there are some streamers that are like, please, no trauma dumping. And then, like, me, it's like, okay. It's like a little bit of it, and if I ask more about it, cool. Feel free. But, like, you know, use some discretion. They gave us... in crypto as a bonus, they put on their W-2 stating that they paid us $7.2K and claiming that 2.2K is what they paid us in taxes for us, then it should have been on our tax. Oh my god. Your company got into crypto? What the hell? Crypto's bad. Don't get into crypto. There's only scammers in crypto right now. The only thing nice about trauma bonding is it's nice to know you're not alone. Yeah. Yeah, which is kind of how I feel. Like, I kind of feel that, like, people should be able to, like, voice when shit is going on. You know, and there are some streamers where, like, that's just not the thing that they do, which is fine. But here I'm like, as long as you're respectful about it, I don't care. I don't care. Because I feel like I casually, like, dark humor, like, say things like that to you guys every once in a while. If my company tried to pay me in crypto, they would have gotten the biggest fat court summons from me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, there definitely is a time and a place for those things. But, you know, if I start dark humoring and you feel like dark humoring, feel free, bro.
But the info is out there, fake or not, this is going to stir up some shit. Let's get rioting!
Let's fucking riot, bro. Ooh, we did it! It's chapter 4. Chapter 4, part 1.
What's happening? If anybody is listening...
I think you would have enjoyed my sister and I trauma joking while preparing for the last funeral I was at. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think you somewhat talked about that on Water Stream, so I'm not gonna repeat what you said, but like I can believe it. I can believe it. I don't know. I feel like that would have been a healing environment for me to be in. I'm not gonna lie. My company was bought by a crypto company. Nothing wrong with that. It's just they are claiming that they paid 2.2K in taxes for me, then it should be under my taxes, not income. I don't know, Puff. I feel like from what I've heard about crypto and everything that's been going on, I feel like if your company is bought by a crypto company, then they're looking to, like, gut it. You know what I mean? They're looking to take money and run. In my opinion. But my timer is going off, so I have to check on foods. So I feel really bad for doing this, but I will leave you guys with just a little bit, just a wee bit of ads. Just a small little ad break. I will see you all in a hot second. Okay, guys, I am back. I'm sorry, Kit. I had to go flip my meat. I'm so sorry. Ozo, I think that Puff Dragon is being slightly facetious, because he's got a sub. He's got a sub, so he's just like, what are ads? I don't see them.
Our broadcasting room is currently being invaded. And have on the wall in front of you.
What I
The
need.
team has breached the door and is now rounding up my colleagues. I'm in a separate room, and I'm... Hey, open that door! I will keep the lines open as long as I can. Everybody needs to hear what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
Stop broadcasting now!
We will never stop, no matter how often you reset us. Hands on your head. Our citizens' rights are under threat. We will not stand down.
The head you will.
Jenny, if you hear this, open the letter. Jenny, if you hear this, open the letter.
That's important.
Where is that button? I think it's...
Okay, so that's gone now.
Suspect down. I repeat, suspect down.
Oh shit, did they shoot him?
Situation under control. We need a police van and an ambulance. Over. On its way. Over. Good work.
The Ray comm seems to be compromised. Switching to other frequency.
Roger.
Flu epidemic and how it will affect the economy.
Track 12, be clear. Over.
I think I need to fill out a 211 form. Oh my goodness, this all sounds very official. Also, thank you, Ozo, for the follow. That's very appreciated.
Coming on time, if that still means anything.
Okay, so that is... We need the Jenny letter thing, and then we need to jump over immediately.
And hands on the wall in front of you.
You are under arrest for taking part in terrorist activities.
I'm in a separate room.
Hey, open that door!
Damn it, he's locked himself in.
On my count. 1, 2, 3!
Stop broadcasting now!
We will never stop. How often you reset us. Hands on your head. Our citizens' rights are under threat. We will not stand down.
The head you will.
Jenny, if you hear this, open the letter.
Where is that button? I think it's...
We'll be going back to our regular broadcasts after this.
Okay, so you know what?
Thinking about your daily...
You know what happened there.
Looking in the mirror on his way out in town, they'd better look at him with lush respect and honor his crown. Your space is his for the taking, his ego this close to breaking. On contradiction or frustration, he's the saddest of clowns. He's entitled to it all because of his chromosome. So if he wants a woman bad, you'd better follow him home. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong clothes, right face, and there is nothing won't be willing to claim as his own.
Liking the vibes. I'm a sucker for mystery. That's what this is. It is. It is. Like, we don't really know what's going on, so that's what we're doing. I like this.
growl. Deep down off because he never got a woman to howl. Locker rooms, clubhouse, courtrooms, jail.
Okay.
I don't think we should, Kaya. I mean,
Listeners, it's your girl Kaya here with news. Hold on to your hoodies because it's a big one. Just received a list of names of people involved in abusing the time loop.
allegedly involved.
It could be fake. We don't know the source, but we should just put it out there.
If the list is fake, we put people in danger.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. They're bound to have done something wrong.
You don't know that.
Girl, we should broadcast the list. For real.
No, we shouldn't. This is my show, too.
Let's discuss this while we play some music for the people out there, okay? Wait. This is some weird shit. Listen.
Jenny, if you hear
Okay, so it does save that.
open the letter.
Dad? Where? Who?
We're getting multiple versions of this message sent to us at the moment. Apparently it's that underground group. They got arrested. Wait, did you just say Dad?
Where did I... Here.
Jenny?
He gave me this for if something happened to him.
What?
It's names.
Like the list I got? Those names?
This is a list of all the other known RMB1 people who aren't reset by the time loop. If anything happens to me, please distribute their names so these people can be protected before the police gets to them too. We need to broadcast this.
Girl, you change fast. Just a minute ago, you were dead against revealing my list.
I still am. We just need this list.
So basically, we're disagreeing about either nailing the bad guys or protecting the good guys. Okay, you know what? Let them come to us. For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are involved in the time loop scandal.
For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are not affected by the time loop.
Let's see who's listening and what they'll do with this info.
I'll do it myself.
You're in no state to do anything, Jen. First, you need to find out what's happening to your dad.
Dad.
Oh, come here, girl. I'm here for you.
Okay, so is this the same?
Wait.
Jenny, if you hear this, open the...
We're getting multiple versions of this message sent to us at the moment.
Okay. I'm gonna fast forward this because we need to find out where that information is supposed to go.
He'd better bury his head in the sand. He'd better favor his word over hand. He'd better bury his head in the sand. He'd better favor his word over hand. He'd better bury his head in the sand. He'd better favor his word over hand. He'd better bury his head in the sand.
DMCA. Wait, did we just get... Wait, Kit, did we just get a DMCA? Or like what? Because if so, that's stupid. I'm literally playing a game. Get the fuck out of here. No, I have no idea. Okay.
It's NSB in the morning.
I just assume you know because you're a mod.
So, after I was sent that message yesterday, it got me thinking. If we are in a time loop, and some people do remember, we need to find them.
Okay.
There was a reason you people out there sent me that message. This is Talk Radio. It's an open channel, well, basically. So, call us. We will not track your call. I will not ask for your name. But I do want to know if this is real. I promise, I won't judge. Well, at least I'll try. Lines are open. All right, who's there?
It's Maria. My dog. He came back.
Oh, that's great to hear, Maria. But we've got some other subjects to tackle.
But then it was gone.
But for other games, I usually have a streamer mode, so no copyrighted music plays. Honestly, I personally don't care. Like, I'll fix it in the YouTube video, because the only place that I care about it is YouTube. Mother's like, come at me, bro. I'll just fix it in, like, the thing, in YouTube, and if, like... Because I've only noticed that I get, like, striked if I do something that's, like, if there's a song where it's like, of course this is copyrighted, you know? Whereas YouTube, like, scours, like, the face of the earth to see if you've broken a copyright. Twitch doesn't really do that unless you've done something really obvious, and then I feel like your channel's on a list after that. Maria is unaffected. Like, if you'd banned Taylor Swift, you'd get banned before the stream was even over. Actually, not necessarily. So, the thing, because I read up on this, right? So, like, while you're streaming, unless somebody reports you, right? So, the only way that while you're streaming, you'd get, like, flagged, is if somebody who gave a shit was watching you, right? So, oh, that was a Taylor Swift lawyer show. Okay. So, like, yeah. You can stream anything that you want to, as long as you immediately take it down. Who cares? That's the way it works. But since I do the whole, like, YouTube video thing, I try to not have it be so that I have a bunch of editing work to do on something I just slap out on the internet.
On again, and it returned, and went, and returned. And I had to keep explaining to people because nobody understood. They said my dog just disappeared once, that he never came back. But then, all of a sudden, there he was again. And they all acted like nothing happened.
Okay. Right. So you're saying your dog reappeared and nobody noticed but you?
But you said you didn't want to talk. So I'll hang up now.
No, wait. Maria. Shit. And next caller.
Hey, it's Anon.
Wow. Called to gloat, have you?
I just wanted to update you and the listeners with some new developments.
You know, I have to admit that your theories have started to sound a lot less unbelievable, so go ahead.
Guess what? Our daily sunrise and sunset are fake.
No, I can't hear you. Bye now, Anon. Listeners? Listeners, I'm going to be honest with you for a bit. All of these things are really starting to freak me out. Here's my story. I used to be a musician, but I sucked. For years, I tried to forget that period of my life by drinking. I just wanted to erase it from my memory. But now that we're probably close to reliving moments without a memory of what happened before, I realize how precious memories actually are.
Okay, so we heard this thing. That was that. Oh, we haven't heard this.
What do you mean?
Which parts do we repeat? Are we just doing one show over and over again?
I mean, I don't think so. I can remember yesterday's show.
We've done a show yesterday, and that show was different from today's.
So we're not looping after all. Problem solved.
But if there is a time loop, it must change then. Shift somehow. How does the loop decide when to shift?
It's a time loop, not a robot.
You never know.
You know what? I bet it's our choice of music.
What do you mean?
Whenever we play a song the government doesn't like, they reset the time loop again.
Bob is an idiot.
And again and again. See, they reset until we play the perfect song. And then the loop shifts.
Well, I really hope the next song is to everyone's liking then.
What are we playing?
One of my favorites. I need some relaxation.
Fresh FM.
Okay. This is just the music thing.
Trying to define that feeling I know inside of my soul. As memories left, there's nothing I should fear.
This feels like a certain era of music, like recently. Hey Ray Hex VT, thank you for the follow, dude. What have you been up to?
Where the suspected underground group convenes.
And the police is at the scene. Is that correct?
As you can hear, they are definitely at the scene. I can see multiple police cars.
How big is the threat?
Apparently, this group had plans at an advanced stage to kidnap Minister Macmillan. It's also suspected that this building contains multiple weapons.
Sounds severe. Do we know whether this info has been verified?
And immediately, like, lurking is totally fine. Lurking is totally cool. My friend never... Oh! Never! That bastard. I say that in jest. Came to check you out, so I'm following you for later. Hope you have an awesome stream. Thank you so much! And, I'll extend a thank you to Never. Eventually. At some point, if I remember. Kit, do you remember if Never streams? Or not? Because if Never streams, please shout out Never for doing that.
I'm trying to speak to a police officer to confirm this.
Okay, we'll get back to you as soon as you
He
get
does,
an
though,
official
rarely.
statement.
Yeah, because we were just told that he does sometimes. Just do it, because... Just do it. Just do the thing. Guys, follow Never or some shit.
Thank you for now, Tommy.
I'll get back to you if there's news.
That was Tommy Begay live.
Okay, I think I know how to do
We'll
this.
be going back to our regular broadcasts after this.
Tired of thinking about your daily hygiene? Our new Sungate electrical toothbrushes now have a time assistant. Simply set up the timer once, then get beeped 3 times a day when it's time to brush. Sungate toothbrushes. Say yes to routine.
I don't know why, but that commercial sounded a little bit sexual.
This is News One.
Later on in the show, we'll be talking about the recent flu epidemic and how it will affect the economy. But before that, the station management has asked me to read the following statement. Yesterday, Minister Macmillan was our studio guest. On behalf of the entire team here at News One, I'd like to apologise for the way she was treated. I personally did not give her the respect that she was owed, and this caused her to leave the studio early. I realised that the minister is under pressure, and I had no right to talk to her like that. A formal apology will go out to the minister personally. Since we've heard that she's currently in hiding because of threats, that will most likely come later. We're now going to return to Tommy Begay live. Tommy, what's happening there? Any news?
Yes, certainly. Just seconds ago, an ambulance arrived.
Okay, we're doing the time loop thingy. And News
Live.
1, we don't want to hear from News 1 right now. We want that. And I will set it here, because I'm starting to smell the meat. And now I have to go flip the meat and probably add more water to it. So, you're all going to get another loop of ads. Somebody is going to commit me for my crimes of running ads, but I will see you all in like a minute. I am back. The meat is falling off the bone. I'm excited.
Anybody is listening, our broadcasting room is currently being invaded. A police team has breached the... Hey, open that door!
Okay, so this is where we're getting
I
to.
will keep the lines open as long as I can. We will never stop. No matter how...
Hands on your head.
Our citizens' rights are under threat.
The head you will.
Jenny, if you hear this, open the letter.
Where is that?
We need to go back to the orange one.
We need to broadcast this.
Girl, you change fast. Just a minute ago, you were dead against revealing my list.
Okay, yeah, so now
still
this
am.
is done.
We just need this list.
So basically, we're disagreeing about Okay, you know what? Let them come to us. For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are involved in the time loop scandal.
For anyone who is interested,
I have a list of people who are not affected by the time loop.
Let's see who's listening.
Okay, we don't want
But
that.
before
We want the purple guy.
Development.
You know, I have to admit that your theories have started to sound a lot less unbelievable, so go ahead.
For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are not affected by the time loop.
Oh, hello. What's this? Hey, does this have to do with the info we got yesterday? I don't want that responsibility anymore. Please don't send me any classified info. I'm not a news station.
Guess what? Our daily sunrise.
Well, listeners, here's my story.
Okay.
I used to...
If anybody is listening...
In the morning.
So I think what we want...
Jenny, if you hear...
We're getting multiple versions of this message sent to us at the moment.
Okay.
Jen, what? Like the...
If any...
Girl, you change fast. Just a minute ago.
I still...
So okay.
Okay, I
You know
think...
what? For anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are involved in the time loop scandal.
Okay. I think we want to...
On behalf of the
I'm gonna
entire
try
team
this.
here at News One, I'd like to apologize for the way she was treated.
Okay, yep, we did the right
For
one.
anyone who is interested, I have a list of people who are involved in the time loop scandal.
What is this? Was this sent to us? Campus Radio? Can we contact them to verify whether this list is genuine? Let's do it. I'll take personal responsibility for it. But we can't say no.
We did it. The vote. Also, I got the raid as an achievement.
Students, friends, activists, it's your girl Kaya here. Today is the day. Rise up. Resist. We are reclaiming the vote, reclaiming time, reclaiming our lives. As you all know, things fizzled out fast after News One caught that list I got. The government rounded up some people, blamed them for a temporary time loop leak, said sorry, and that was it.
Bullshit.
Of course it's bullshit. Do they really think we're falling for their little performance? We already had them in our sights. Our intelligence agencies were already on the target. Nothing to see here. Move along. Oh, and by the way, vote yes.
Guess what? We're not voting yes.
We're not voting at all. Friends, students, intellectual raiders of the free spirit, this shit is on. This vote is fake. We've been lied to and you know it. There is no vote. There is only the future that they designed for us.
The future in which we have no idea if we're being messed with, because we can't remember.
So here's what we're doing. 1, we need to occupy the polling stations, barricade them, stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins. 2, if we want to stop the vote, we need materials. Got things like ropes, locks, chains, tents. We want to hear from you. 3, we need food. Let's fill those polling stations with pizzas. The personnel won't know what hit them.
We want to occupy them for as long as we can, so any food brought to us will help.
For those of you that are wondering what happened to the list that Jenny's dad sent us, we've burnt it.
We believe in the RMB ones, but that list is dangerous.
If we really are in a time loop now, they might be able to break through. We're rooting for them. Hey, shout out to all of the RMBs out there.
But we need to act as well. We're done with the lies.
Speaking of lying, we still don't know what happened to Jenny's dad. I thought people had rights. I thought we were a democracy. But as soon as the word terrorism is used, all democracy goes out the window. That's messed up. This is our future we're talking about, not theirs. So let's reclaim our future. Reclaim time.
Okay, so this is another loop.
The rant of the day.
Am I doing this? Hell yeah, I'm doing this. Here's my rant of the day. Voting, it's shit. You think you live in a democracy, but you don't. You're lulled into a false sense of security. Give your opinion, influence your life, but it's all fake. All of it. You think you make an informed choice, but you don't. Because you're only hearing what you want to hear. You listen to the people you agree with, and you nod. You listen to the people you disagree with, and you scorn them. And that is how you're reinforcing your own worldview. And every time they want you to vote again, you do the nodding and the scorning again. you'll agree even more because it feels safe, because that's your view. That's what you stand for. Isn't that great? Isn't it wonderful to have an opinion? Dream on, mate. Enjoy your loop bubble. That's it. I'm out. Now I'm done with opinions for good. So, call me. But don't expect me to comment on anything. NSB. And who's calling?
Hi, Ennis. It's Lillian. I was just wondering how the dog was doing.
Dead. Next.
Ennis, my man. So you're not giving your opinion on anything?
Nope.
So I can just call you an obnoxious has-been and you have no opinion on that?
None. None whatsoever.
Wow, hardcore. I bet you're crying like a baby tonight when you're all alone and you realize nobody loves you.
If I do, you'll be the last to know. Whoops. What do you know? We lost a new friend. Next!
Don here. I fully support what you're trying to do.
Wow. Thanks, man. That means a lot to me.
There are too many people with opinions anyway. Couldn't hurt to have one opinion less. Although I'm sorry it has to be yours, I mean, I know a lot of other people. I'd rather have them keep their mouth shut. Am I right?
I don't know. Are you?
Wow, you don't even have an opinion on that? You're really trying, man. Respect.
Yeah, thanks. Next!
Anon here.
Oh, hi, Anon. Listen, I'm not going to tell you how I feel about you, Colin, because that would be an opinion.
Right, and you don't do opinions.
But I do questions. So, are you voting today?
I'm not sure yet.
Not sure? Usually you're so sure of everything.
Oh, I don't have all of the answers.
Well, you sure trying to act as if you have.
I think I know what to do here.
Opinions.
Shit.
Okay. Okay. Going to a stream, have fun. You have fun on your stream, Drifter.
This is News 1, and here are the headlines with Fred Peterson.
Today, an alleged list of people who conspired to activate the time loop early has caused a lot of commotion after its existence was revealed on our show. Police teams have visited several homes and other locations in the country and made multiple arrests. Minister Macmillan, who had been mentioned in connection to this early loop activation, has been cleared from any involvement. A spokesperson for the government has confirmed that the time loop was indeed activated prematurely, but that the experiment only lasted a couple of seconds. According to the official press release, public health and safety has never been put at risk.
Who wants to
Polling stations have opened an hour ago for today's vote on the time loop. Long lines have already formed in front of some of the more central polling locations. Stay tuned for live reactions and exit polls from our own reporter, Tommy Begay, who will be travelling between polling stations today. Thank you all for joining us on this eventful Friday. As we said, we'll be switching over to Tommy Begay regularly, but first we have Detective Chiré in the studio. Detective Chiré, welcome to the programme.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Peterson.
We are proud to have you here after the heroic arrest of the alleged terrorist group yesterday morning.
Indeed. Thanks to the Police Intelligence Force, we have been able to locate and apprehend them just in time.
And what do you mean when you say just in time?
What I mean is that we now know for sure that this group was planning to blow up several polling stations today.
Several polling stations?
We found evidence of plans for at least 38 stations, perhaps even more.
And what was the purpose of these attacks?
The same purpose of any terrorist group, to cause havoc.
But what is their cause? Their world view?
They are anarchists who strongly believe in self-regulation. They see any government as a threat. That's why they also plan to kidnap and kill Minister Macmillan.
Mrs. Macmillan has been placed in a safe house, right?
I'm afraid I cannot comment on that.
Of course, I understand, but it's my journalistic duty to ask.
You're just doing your work. I appreciate that.
And I appreciate that you took the time to be here this morning. We're now switching back over to Tommy Begay, who is at one of the polling stations. Tommy?
Yes, Fred, I am, and there has just been some commotion. A group of young people have entered the location and are now trying to chain themselves to one of the polling booths. The polling personnel is not sure what to do.
Okay. You're supposed to take something from the music here? That would be interesting.
One caught that list I got. The government rounded up some people, blamed them for a temporary
Bullshit.
Of course it's bull. We already had them in our sights. Our intelligence agent.
Guess what? We're not voting yes.
We're not voting at all. We're not voting at all. Friends, students, intellectual, this vote is fake. We've been lied to and you know it. There is no vote. There is only the future.
So, call me.
The future in which we have no idea if we're being...
So here's one. We need to occupy the polling stations. Barricade. One. We need to occupy the polling stations. Barricade them. Stop the vote.
This is what I wanted to do.
Nobody wins.
This is the thing I wanted to select.
2. If we want to stop the...
My man, so you're not giving your opinion on anything?
Nope.
1. We need to occupy the polling stations. Barricade them. Stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins.
Barricade stuff? What's all this about? Activism? No thanks. Been there, done that. No, thank you. Sounds more like a news item anyway. Use your imagination. Self-mockery. You could do much better than that. All right, back to business.
So I can just...
None.
Wow.
If I...
Okay, so that was...
Listen, I'm not going to tell you how I feel about that.
That wasn't the right place to go with that.
This is news.
Student, rise up. As you all know, the government... Bullshit. Of course, we already had them in our sight. Guess what? We're not voting. Friends, this vote is fake.
The future in which we have no idea.
So here's what we're doing. 1. We need to occupy the polling stations. Barricade them. Stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins. 2.
Okay, so then...
Indeed. Thanks to the police intelligence force, we have been able to locate and apprehend them just in time.
And what do you mean when you say just in time?
What I mean is that we now know for sure that this group was planning to blow up several polling stations today.
Several polling stations?
We found...
But...
They are anarchists.
What if we do it here? What if we keep doing this?
Opinion.
Shit.
There's something...
Students, friends, right? As you... The government rounded up some people, blamed them for a temporary time loop.
Bullshit.
Of course it's... We already...
I'm gonna try this again, I'm gonna try it at the one
So
station.
here's 1. We need to occupy the polling. 2. If we want to stop the vote, we need materials. 2. If we want to stop the vote, we need materials. Got things like ropes, locks, chains, tents. We want to hear from you. 3.
Were because they tried to turn on the time loop. So, she'll be voting against, for sure.
2. If we want to stop the vote, we need materials. Got things like ropes, locks, chains, tents. We want to hear from you.
I'm done with it. I don't ever want to hear the word vote ever again.
Not the best day to decide that.
I don't care. No more messages, no more news, no more vote. Just loop me and make me forget for all I care. I can't take it anymore. I just want to sleep at night, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Just play some happy music, please.
Wow. Yeah. Sure, right now.
Okay.
You're good.
What Michelle meant to say was, good morning, everyone. It's your favorite station with your favorite
I don't remember
hosts.
this.
It's the end of the week, so let's start the party early.
Thanks, Bob. Of course, it's an extra exciting day as everybody's getting ready to vote.
2. If we want to stop the vote, we need materials. Got things like ropes, locks, chains, tents. We want to hear from you.
I'm done with it. I don't ever want to hear the word vote ever again.
Not the best day to decide that.
I don't care.
We need to occupy the polling stations. Barricade them. Stop the vote. If nobody votes, nobody wins.
Well. It seems like there are still terrorist groups active. We need to occupy the polling stations. That sounds like a clear threat. The only way this could be done is with violence. That would suggest this group has access to weapons. And that would mean they're allies of the terrorist group that was arrested yesterday. We have heard that the terrorists were planning to blow up polling stations. Could this be a call for suicide bombers? This is breaking news. Please stay with us while the story unfolds. And now, we have Detective Chouret in the studio. Detective Chouret, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Peterson.
We are proud to have you here after the heroic arrest of the alleged terrorist group yesterday.
How do they dare call themselves Listen, I need you to keep spreading our mission. There's more of us than of them. We can do it.
But we need to act as well. We're done with the lies.
Speaking of lying, we still don't know what happened to Jenny's dad.
Stop it, Kaya. You're going to make Michelle cry again.
Sorry, but I missed the joke.
Someone sent our call to Fresh FM's DJ, and she was so pissed off she interrupted it.
Whoever did that, good job. Keep spreading the word. For Jenny's dad. I thought people had rights. I thought we were a democracy.
Okay, so it's changing a little bit.
Students, Fred, rise up. As you all know, things fizzled out. The government rounded up.
Bullshit.
Of course, we already... Guess what? We're not... Friends, this vote is fake.
The future.
So here's 1. We need to occupy the... 2. If we want to stop the... 3. We need food. Let's fill those polling stations with pizzas. The personnel won't know what hit them.
We want to occupy them for as long...
We have heard that the...
If I do, you'll be
this
the
one.
last to know.
3. We need food. Let's fill those polling stations with pizzas. The personnel won't know what hit them.
Now this I like. Let's prank that vote. So, what are we doing? Sending pizzas to polling stations to throw in their faces? Love it. I needed this to lighten up the day. Hell, we all needed it. I'm going all in. Now, let's order pizzas. What's the address of the biggest polling station? Let's see. I'll just order 100? No, 1,000. Who cares? We can only vote once. And, obviously, it has to be pineapple pizza. Imagine throwing those wet slices of fruit in their faces. Okay, so I'm going for the polling place at the train station. Yes, I reckon it'll take about 30 minutes for the first pizzas to arrive, so get to the train station and be ready to throw some pizza. I'll be going there directly after the show. This day's turning out quite nicely.
Okay.
Good evening. This is your Minister Amal McMillan speaking to you live. On behalf of the entire government, I would like to thank you, the people, for your continued support for the time loop. The outcome of the vote has been crucial for us to know that we are indeed on the right track. From a personal point of view, I cannot wait to see our nature blossom again. Soon there will be plants and trees again in abundance, thriving in our beloved, beautiful country. However, the government does acknowledge that there are people who are aware of the process of the time loop and might not feel at home in this loop. This is why a specific scheme has been set up for these people, the RMB1 or Remembrance, as they are known. In this scheme, they will be extracted from the loop. Although we will be sad to see people leave our growing economy, we support free choice and respect any remembrant who chooses to leave.
I feel like they're gonna get forced to leave.
We do want to emphasize, however, that this extraction is permanent and cannot be reversed. To all remembrance, we say, if you want to leave the loop, you will have to make yourself known to us. If you are a remembrant but wish to remain in the loop, you need to let us know as well. For safety reasons, the government needs to have all remembrance choices registered. Please send your choice to this station. Our recently installed technology will be able to validate your identity and location, and any extraction will take effect immediately. I repeat, extraction will take effect immediately. Please remember this if you want to say goodbye to your friends and loved ones first. If you have done so and are ready, please state your choice through uploading a leave message to this channel. Do not forget to let us know as well if you want to stay. We value your choices deeply and strive to register every individual choice thoroughly. To conclude my message, I wish all of our citizens a beautiful and prosperous life. Thank you again for supporting this new and exciting step in history. Have a beautiful evening. Sleep well. Thank you, and good night.
RNB1s, please send us your choice. 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 RNB1s, please send us...
Okay.
The Late Night Show. Hosted by Fred Peterson.
Thank you for listening tonight. It's 23:57 and we're nearing the end of our program. We're closing off with one of the biggest events of the day. This afternoon, a statue was unveiled for the two government officials. They were killed after they were discovered to be the brains behind the accidental early implementation of the time loop. You're hearing a report by Tommy Begay.
We are here at the unveiling of the statue. Minister McMillan has just given a short speech, and I'm looking at the statue now. It's an abstract work designed by sculptor Jenny Cloud. Two stone benches accompany the large object on both sides. It truly is an impressive sight. Next to me is Mr. Fisher, the husband of one of the officials who died. Mr. Fisher, this must be a very emotional day for you.
It is. It certainly is. But it's a proud day as well.
A proud day? Why?
getting this recognition. The knowledge that his work has not been in vain.
You feel it has not been?
I am certain that Philip's early death helped swing the vote to yes. His death made the people realize what's important. It forced them to go out and vote.
Your husband would have voted yes as well, of course.
Philip was a true pro-time loop advocate. Whatever he did, he always had the best interest of the country at heart. I am proud the people eventually realized that.
Thank you very much for talking to us, Mr. Fisher.
Certainly.
It's been an emotional day for everyone. Let's hope that with the placement of this statue, Mr. Fisher and the rest of both men's families will be able to get on with their lives.
That was a report by Tommy Begay. And with this, we end our program for tonight. Loop well, and we will meet again.
And then the loop goes through again.
Concludes our report on the World Championships.
Live on your very own Fresh FM.
Welcome back to the final minutes of the show. Hope you enjoyed my shenanigans tonight. If you did, let us know. If not, I don't care. Just stop listening, I guess. I got some messages here. Here's somebody who asks when the next Dog Zone single will be out. I have no idea. But obviously, I'm just as excited and anxious as you are. Some of you have already asked me how Michelle is doing. For new listeners, I used to present the breakfast mix with Michelle, but unfortunately she had to quit due to health issues. Unfortunately, I haven't spoken to her in a while, I'm sorry to say. Last time I spoke to her, she was stable, though. Anyway, don't forget to let us know if you want to take part in our new segment, Love It or Lose It. It's gonna be so much fun. Wait, what's this? I'm getting a message I have to broadcast here.
Hi, Bob. Hi, listeners. I heard you were worried about me. Well, I'm doing fine. And you too, Bob. I listen to your awesome show every day. Or probably more often because of the time loop. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for thinking about me. See you soon, maybe. Shell out.
Wow. Thanks, Shell. It's amazing to hear your voice. Well, the woman who taught me everything about radio, listeners. What can I say? Thanks for listening, Shell. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're hearing the show more than once a day. I'm very sure of it. Here's a golden oldie to close off the show. This one's for you, Shell.
That makes me wonder, is like this the ending of it?
Mentos Campus Radio. There are currently no students available to host this station. Until further notice, we will only broadcast university announcements and music. We appreciate your involvement, but please be advised we cannot take on or broadcast any of your calls or messages. Announcements. The meeting of the Student Council has been canceled. Today's special lunch menu, vegan broccoli burger with homemade fries. Meat options available.
And now, Stay by Araignée du Soir.
So that's the state answer for that. So here's kind of my thought. So if everyone stays, and it becomes a problem, and it's like a thing where it's like, if they stay, right? That's gonna become a problem, and then they'll have to disappear, and then there'll be problems. I want to create problems. That's my thought process. I think that's what they're kind of pushing for.
You're listening to a Mentos Campus.
Back to Late Night with NSB.
So, how do you like me in the evening? I guess I'll never know because this is a show you can't call into nor send messages to. Maybe you'll take something out of the show, but you won't put something in it. Haha. The bright side of not getting your calls is I won't need to justify Pineapple Gate anymore. Seriously, guys? I know we've talked a lot about it already, but how could you even think that I... Never mind. As I said, I don't have to justify myself. I know why I did it, period. But seriously, I mean, I don't know yet. I kind of like the feeling that it's just me here, late at night in an empty studio, just rambling on about whatever I think's relevant. But, on the other hand, maybe it's time to get out of broadcasting. Get out of everything, you know? You know? I've been trying my hand at some music again, at home. Are you surprised? I was. I threw up the first time I picked up a guitar again, but that sort of grew on me. I've been trying out some new material. Perhaps I'll take some time off to be alone with my own thoughts. The world's a strange place, and it's become even stranger. So I thought I'd sign off with a song, something new I wrote. You heard it here first. Now, it's just a demo, but the lyrics have some meaning. Well, at least I think so. Use it if you think it makes sense. It's called Let Me Go. It's been a while, kinda lonesome, kinda wholesome waiting here. A rotten garden, crumbled stones, slowly freezing, so count me in. Am I of stones, am I of bones? Some tired flesh, let me atone. Let me go, let me go.
So this is where you pick
Is there something I should see?
choice.
One lost breath, one melody. Let me go, let me go. 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 Let me go.
Okay.
This is your minister, Amal.
The Late Night Show.
We're closing off. This after you're here.
Minister Macmillan, it's an abstract work designed by It truly is. Next to me, Mr. Fisher.
It is. It's
a proud day. Why?
There's a yes in here somewhere.
You feel it has not been?
I am certain that Philip's early death helped swing the vote to yes. His death.
because of the time loop. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for thinking about me. See you soon, maybe. Shell out.
Wow. Thanks, Shell. It's amazing to hear your voice. Well, the woman who taught me everything. Thanks for listening, Shell. Here's a golden. This.
Okay. So this is the only thing.
RNB ones, please send us RNB ones.
Okay.
Please send us your choice.
So I have to remember what the thing was.
Good evening. This is why a specifics in this scheme, they will be Although we will be sad to see people leave our growing, we do want to emphasize, however, to all remembrance, we say, if you want to leave the loop, you will have to make yourself. If you are a remembrant but wish to remain in the loop, you
Okay.
It is.
have all remember.
First, now it's just a demo, but.
I'm very curious to know.
RNB ones, please send us your choice.
Will they
Thank you
be
for
like
your choice, Remembrant. You have chosen to stay. We appreciate your trust in the time loop.
Okay.
Good evening. This is your minister, Amal Macmillan.
Oh, okay. So that's the game. So I wonder what happens if you leave. So like, I'm not really getting like a thing about the different endings, so. So yeah, that is the end of the game. Interesting. So I have to now find a new game for I didn't know I was gonna finish it all in one go, but I did. Oh shit. I realize okay. I need to get this out of here. There we go. There we go. So, who do we want to raid? I didn't have this set up. I am so sorry. Let's see. So we have Super Animal Royal, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Those are the choices that we have. Does anybody feel strongly about either way? No one feels strongly about anything either way. So we'll go ahead and raid Drifter since he was here before. Get that all set up. That was really interesting. I think the game ends the same way, and it's just however you feel about your choice. It just ends. And I thought that was kind of interesting. It just ends no matter what you choose. So, that was definitely an experience. But we're going to start the raid now. And I think that it's interesting too. I had a second thought about the game. But like I think that's interesting too that how you like the experience that you have in the game is how you perceive everything. Right? So I think that that's interesting too. That your takeaway from the game is how you perceive it. But yes, thank you for the hydrate kit. But let us commence the raid. Thank you guys so much for coming to stream. Hello, Never. I am so sorry. I feel like I've done this to you twice at least. Also, thank you so much for sending your friend person over. That was cool. But I will see you guys next stream. Bye.
Hey, Donovan.